up? It's Cass Kim. Today we're going to talk about some ways to promote yourself. So I did a poll on Twitter, which I do a couple times a week now, just to see what people want to hear about. And this week they wanted to hear about marketing themselves. So marketing yourself is pretty much the same as marketing your book, because whether we want to admit it or not, when we're marketing on social media, we are our books in a lot of ways because our presence is what people are going to associate with our author platform. So the first thing, I have these cute cue cards today. The first thing is going to be to engage. So if you're doing any kind of social media marketing, what you really want to do is you want to be engaging with other people. If all you're doing is like shooting out like, ooh, follow me, ooh, let's do a follow train, ooh, writing community, like buy my book, like you can do some of that, but that's not real engagement. And I would say at this moment, people are kind of tired of a lot of the follow trains and stuff like that. So I would recommend maybe staying away from some of those, or doing them infrequently. And rather just engage with people. People ask questions, people post things like compliment a cover, ask more about somebody's book, answer any questions people might be posting. There's a lot of ways to engage, and I think it's really interesting to see how relationships form. I like seeing who's interacting with who, and kind of sometimes stepping in there, even though I feel really awkward doing it. It's been a really nice way to get to know some people. Next thing, ads. So when you're talking about ads, there's so many different ways to go about it. I'm not going to recommend a specific way to do it, but paid advertising is one way to get eyes on your book that you would not be able to get in any other way. You can use Amazon ads, BookBub ads, there's Facebook ads, Instagram ads. There's so many different ways to go about using paid advertisement to get eyes on your book. I would just recommend start small. Maybe like bidding lower on your clicks or your buys or whatever, until you get a feel for it. Unless you have a really good marketing budget, in which case go big or go home, I guess. I don't, so I can't really talk on that. Okay, number 3. So number 3 is more of a don't. So I would say don't go for the woe is me approach. I think we've all seen on social media, especially right now when everybody's going through a lot of really tough times, people saying like, oh, I have no money, I really need the help, or oh my gosh, I haven't had a book sale in 2 months, I wish somebody would buy my book. You'll probably get a couple people who will pity buy from you, because we do all have hearts. We all know what that feels like when our book is just sitting there in like that million level, or we can at least empathize with how that probably feels. And I just think that that's not the way that you want to be getting people to like your book. You want people to like your book because, or to buy your book because they like your book. You want people to buy your book because they're going to read it, because they're interested in it, because it's got a cool cover and an interesting blurb, or because it's got some great reviews, or maybe you just want them to buy it because they've interacted with you in a really positive way and they want to support you. But you don't want people to buy your book out of pity, because it's probably not something in their genre, or maybe they're never actually going to read it. And is that 70 cents of royalty from that shout out that you did going to be worth the lack of engagement you're going to get from other people because of it? I mean, this is just something to think about, my personal opinion. So if you disagree, that's okay too. You can at me if you want to. Okay, next thing, what you should do, multiple avenues. So when I first started advertising or like interacting with people in social media and stuff, I had basically a very simple website and I had a Twitter. And then I went to including some book reviews. And then from there, I eventually ended up expanding to Instagram, which is pretty recent for me. And now I'm doing these YouTube videos and I do little self-help articles. And so basically, the more avenues you have is just more ways to connect with other people and get your name out there. And we're probably, as independent authors, never going to have the advertising budget to get like brand recognition, but you can get name recognition through doing things like this, through trying to help other people, through interacting with other people, through doing anthologies or short stories or journal publications. Not everything you write has to be like a 130,000 word novel. You can do short stories and submit them for publications. You can do maybe free short stories for reader magnets. So the biggest thing is just don't hop on one social media platform and think that that's going to be good enough. It's a big world. There's a million books out there. There's way more than a million books out there. So just know, like, you need to come at it as many ways as you can. If you're just going down one road, you're only going to see those trees on the side of that road. If you try a different way, you're going to see a lot more sights, and a lot more eyes are going to be on you as well. Okay, and number 5, stepping out of your comfort zone. So this one is probably the hardest for a lot of us writers. A good majority of us are introverts, or at least like partially introverted, or socially awkward, or, there's so many other reasons that it would be uncomfortable to put yourself out there and, start up a conversation with people. I feel really weird still doing these YouTube videos. I don't know how to edit videos. There's a blank wall behind me because I don't have anything that I feel like showing the entire world. But I'm still doing it because I think I have something valuable to share. I hope I do. And it's another avenue of getting my name out there and being available to interact with other people. Somebody could watch this video, friend me on Twitter or follow me on Twitter, and then be like, hey, I had this question about something you said in your video. And unless you're being really creepy, I'm going to answer you, because that's like what I'm here for. I'm trying to be helpful. We're all in this together ultimately. So those are, oh, they're mowing the lawn again. Let's hurry up. Okay, so those are my 5 things for marketing. 1, engage and interact. 2, try paid ads if you can. 3, don't go for the pity buy. Go for the buy that's going to benefit you and that's going to be really excited to have your book. Use multiple avenues of getting out there, getting your name out there, getting your book out there. Just don't stay in your comfort zone. So that's number 5. Step out of your comfort zone. If you really want your book to succeed, you're going to have to do some things that are uncomfortable. Just like the first time we sat down and realized that we wrote an entire book or a poem that we wanted to share with the world, or even the first time we asked somebody to beta read our stuff, it's like, oh my gosh, this is really scary. I mean, it's really exciting, but it's really scary. And I think that's how marketing is probably supposed to feel too. Okay, that's all I got for you today. Short and sweet. And I hope everybody has a really good weekend. Thank you for watching. If you are really super nice, you can hit subscribe. I swear I was a speech therapist at one point in my life. And you could hit like. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. You guys have a good day.